Josh Brolin is one of the most intense actors alive. He is also, without ever trying to be, the man most likely to hijack his own interview and leave the host holding nothing. These are his funniest moments.
How to define good acting is acting while you're eating. I'm eating the whole time. So Josh, tell me how are things going? And I go, it's going really good. That's great acting.
Brolin has sat across from Stephen Colbert more than once, and he treats the chair like his own living room. This time, before one real question lands, he decides to size the host up instead.
You're a very dangerous human being.
I'm a dangerous human being?
Yeah, a dangerous comedian, which I enjoy thoroughly.
Well, you're
I'm not even
guest.
sure if you have your pants on right now.
For a leading man, Brolin is strangely happy to run himself into the ground. Ask him about his own face or his own build, and he will gladly do the insulting for you first.
I got several of my movies because of that Geico commercial. My arms are short, my legs are short, my torso's really long, my head's really big. I was like a Kmart special.
On one visit, he dared Colbert to improvise a scene on the spot. No script, no warning, no net. What the host panicked and threw out first tells you how the night was going.
I knew it was you, Fredo.
You didn't know it was me, and I'm not Fredo.
Somewhere in that same run of visits, the two of them started arm wrestling on live television. It grew into a real feud, and it began with Brolin calmly describing what he was working with.
There are very few parts of my body that are that thick. Okay, but they've got hair on.
Brolin did not grow up like other actors. His mother ran a wildlife station, which meant the family home came with a few residents most parents would quietly call the authorities about.
A wolf, because I grew up with wolves. My mom ran a wildlife way station. We had to clean the cages from 7 years old on. Totally irresponsible in my mother. If you look away too long, you become prey. There's no reason a 7-year-old should be in a wolf cage. Period.
Did you help birth mountain lions?
Yes, sir.
How old are you when you're helping these to birth these mountain lions?
Like 7, 8.
Playing Thanos means meeting fans who take the snap extremely seriously. On the Norton show, Brolin remembered one who had clearly given the math a lot more thought than the writers ever did.
The fan will come up and very seriously say, did you ever realize if you had the power to kill half the universe, you probably also had the power to create twice the resources? Good, yeah. Good point. Super smart.
Yeah. Annoying, but
there is one feature Brolin simply cannot stop bringing up, and he brings it up on every couch he sits on. 2 different shows, 2 different hosts, and the exact same brutal comparison.
Strangely come up to me a lot, and I still don't understand why. The chin looks like a scrotum, not the chin, really. Or maybe the chin, because it looks a little like a sack.
By their second televised match, Brolin had an entire strategy prepared. He wanted eye contact, he wanted total focus, and he was completely certain none of it could ever go wrong for him.
I remember when I did this last time, but I'm gonna do it again. Ready? Okay. Seriously, look me in the eye, look me in the pupil. It's a psychological element. Don't laugh. Ready?
Right.
Ready?
1.
What was that? Here we go.
1, 2,
Here we go,
3,
1 tenor. Go. Holy God. It hurts so much. I don't know what to do. God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Can I tell you the honest truth?
Yeah.
My arm actually hurts right now.
Does it really?
I'm not kidding.
Subscribe if you want one of these every single day on the actors you actually care about. Filming Deadpool put Brolin right next to Ryan Reynolds, and something strange happened to him. What he admits next is less a normal co-star story and a lot more like a confession.
I wrote a text to him last night.
It was a love letter.
It was a love letter. It was a very intimate love letter that I felt really good about. And then this morning I went down to the gym, and the first person I see, the only person I see in the gym is him, and you want to do nothing but avoid.
Brolin landed his role in Men in Black partly by imitating Tommy Lee Jones straight to his face. Asked to do the impression again, he explained why it is far harder than it looks.
You know, I'd be like, hey, Tommy, how are you? He goes, I'm okay. How are you? You know, he gives you nothing.
Colbert once handed Brolin a pile of very famous tweets and asked him to read every one in the Thanos voice. The character slowly started to drift somewhere he did not plan for.
Look, now it's like Grandpa Thanos. It would seem very hard to obstruct justice for a crime that never happened. Witch hunt, MAGA.
Colbert has a strange habit of leaving marks on his guests, and that is not a figure of speech. Brolin explained how his fiancée reacts when he comes home from this show looking like that.
My fiance?
Exactly.
My fiance is loving it. That's true love. No, she looks at me and she goes, Colbert? And I say yes. She goes, it's okay then.
Yeah.
When the talk finally turned to the actual film, Brolin was in no mood to explain his own title gently. He answered the question and landed a clean shot on the host on the way.
You're obviously a little dense, but Sicario means hitman. And it's not really a tough word if you think about it. If you want to call it that, that's fine. As long as you pay the ticket price.
By the time Brolin came back for the Colbert questionnaire, the arm wrestling had become a tradition. He walked in already injured, and he still refused to give the host one honest chance.
I have a torn labrum right now. The only way you would ever win is if I'm asleep or dead. Oh, God. You've gotten so much stronger. Look at, why is it shaking so much?
Not every Brolin story ends in a headlock. Some are just quietly strange, like the afternoon Warren Beatty asked him to lunch for a reason Brolin could not work out for hours.
The lunch with Warren Beatty was great because because there was no reason for it. About 2 hours into the lunch, I said, so what's the deal? Why'd you ask me to lunch? He goes, because I want to talk to you. He said, have you ever directed before? And I said, no. And he said, you're a director. You should be directing.
The strangest room Brolin ever walked into belonged to a man he knew well, years before the whole world started arguing about him. What happened at the foot of those stairs still unsettles him today.
So we're in his apartment. I said, can I see upstairs? I said, what's upstairs? He said, our bedroom. And I said, can I see upstairs? He said, yeah. And then nobody moved. And I said, cool, so should we go up? And he said, yeah. And then he still didn't move. And I'm thinking, what the f is happening? I said it the third time, so should we go upstairs? He goes, sure. And he didn't move. And then there was silence, and I said, well, thanks for having us here. I really appreciate it. He goes, yeah, no problem. And it was the weirdest moment. I still get wigged out by it. I don't know what was happening. I still don't to this day. It's like he couldn't not say no, but he wasn't going to get out of the way of the thing. It meant no, but he said yes.